That will be very, very simple. I went to art school in Los Angeles. I was going to art school in Berlin, and there was an exchange program with CalArts in Los Angeles. Well, actually, kind of north of Los Angeles, in Los Angeles County. And I applied for it, and there I was in Los Angeles, which I had been there before, too. I mean, it was my goal, in a way, I guess, to get back to Los Angeles. I had been there at age 16 for a high school exchange year. That was the first time. And in the very beginning, I think I was looking at it as, you know, I had preconceptions. I thought California was going to be a superficial place and not so interesting coming from Europe, but I ended up falling in love with it, with the strangeness and diversity of it. I was just interested in it. I mean, I just saw it, and I just wanted to know more. In Los Angeles, you know, the city is very spread out, obviously. I mean, it's the prime example of urban sprawl, one of the prime examples. And so for the most part, when you're in a neighborhood, it's not like there's usually kind of one dominant culture in a particular neighborhood, and there's, you know, strip malls, and there's not a lot of pedestrians for the most part, and things are sort of spread out. Downtown is very different. It's the one area where it has that old, you know, historic urban core, and you have these strange layers of different kind of people and different kind of cultures and different kind of time kind of laid out in front of you that you don't have anywhere else. It's very typical in LA to destroy the past, architecturally speaking. You kind of just tear down old buildings and build up new ones. So most buildings in Los Angeles are very, very new. They're, you know, from the 70s or something like that. And in downtown, you have one of the only, you know, some of the very few remaining buildings from 1895 and so forth. So it's a unique site. You go there and you're like, wow, it's not the kind of Los Angeles that I know, you know, from images. It was not so difficult somehow. I mean, I did everything very, very intuitively. It was sort of programmatic to just go completely, like, to go by gut feeling. And that's what I did. I mean, I shot with a bunch of more people, and then in the edit, first the edit was a lot longer, and I had other characters in the edit, and I started, you know, it just, I was looking at the atmosphere of the conversation, of the atmosphere of the encounter, the sort of feeling that comes through. And I started taking some out, and you know, when I put the whole thing together, having taken out, for example, one character, and I felt like I wasn't missing that character in particular, then I knew it was the right thing to take that character out, that it was going to be, you know, going into a different direction. So it was very easy, that part. Well, number one, most of the images in the film are very dark, right? I mean, for the most part, it's shot at night, or like probably 70% of it is at night. So that was the first choice that I went for, and that was intuitive, but there was an aesthetic quality that I wanted to have, that I knew I wanted to have, and you know, play with the lights that still come through in the darkness. So I was. Again, I worked very intuitively on that part too, and I did the color correction myself. So, you know, yes, I did process the image to, you know, to give it a particular look, but it was certainly something that was already kind of there, but I wanted to bring it out more. You know, that I also wanted it to have that sort of lo-fi quality, the kind of grainy lo-fi quality. It's kind of a little bit of a strange image, you know, like almost a little bit blurry. I wanted to have that. I mean, it's video, it's on video, so what are you going to do with video to make it interesting? That was the last thing, the very last thing. The music just kept reappearing. I mean, it was everywhere. It was always there when I was there. You know, living in the hotel with the 2 windows, I heard music all the time, sort of drifting in and out. And I shot a lot of scenes with music, and I edited them together already with the music, and still I was like, what kind of a title? What's the right title? What's the right title? It took me forever. And finally, it's like, oh, okay. That's simple enough, yeah.